slaps, you make the nastiest face ever. Like, nasty.
Hey neighbors, it's Mr. Gemifly. I have a very special guest for you. This is Lorraine Barker with Raine Company.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Lorraine?
I'm great.
Barker Baker.
Barker.
Like Travis Barker.
Sure. or like Lorraine.
Or Lorraine.
Yeah. Designing alternative apparel for nonconformists. I know who I am.
Lorraine and I were in Emerging Designer program back in October, I think it was, for Phoenix Fashion Week. And she had some amazing designs. So she came over to show me some things and kind of just hang out.
I am a ASU grad.
Right.
I actually was the 5th graduate in the fashion program when it was in its infancy. On top of clothes, I make these as well. I make a bunch of different items, and
that would not fit me. Is this ladies or just?
Yeah.
Fair enough. What are we looking at?
So this is a harness.
Harness.
And it's a nylon harness, nylon straps with like cute little backpack clips. That's my best way to describe it. It has some flat back pearls and O-rings.
On both sides, right?
Just on the front.
On the front. Okay,
and then I do have on the back too.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But basically I make these
That's
for
my
fun.
style.
They can be customized just because of like sizes are all different.
Yeah.
So now I have another thing to show you.
Please.
Okay, great. So this is from my last collection. I customized it a little bit. It's the acid wash that I do like a little fun bleach with. Has my logo right on the front.
Sweet.
It's very little fun rock and roll. And actually, it's your size and it's for you.
I want to wear this right now, guys. What do you think?
Very rock and roll. Look at that.
Right? What do you think?
Magic.
I know. Now we're matching. Before we go, let's talk music.
Okay.
That's what we got to do.
Great. Well, I mean, at the moment, my music taste is always changing. I mean, I still try to stay within the same genres, but at the moment, my favorite artists are like Dead Poet Society, Bad Omens, Sleep Token, Knock is really good. Just kind of in that realm. But before the pandemic, I was really involved in the music industry, especially here in Phoenix, and like with metalcore, metal, hardcore. And that's really inspired a lot of my design, especially my first collection that I released when I was in college.
So you don't mind people screaming at you in your music?
No, I mean, I will say the older I get, I am turning into definitely an old fuddy-duddy and like not liking it as much. I mean, I do enjoy some of it, but nothing beats a really good guitar riff, and here's an old joke that comes from the scene is when there's like a breakdown that really slaps, you make the nastiest face ever, like nasty guitar riff, double kick pedal on the drums.
Okay.
Oh, it's great. Like the drummer's like at the hi-hat, you know it's going to come, and like the deepest like zeros on the guitar is going to go, and you make a ooh yeah, like that stinks kind of face.
So my favorites, the more technical the better. Like if you can't understand it, not because you can't understand what they're saying, but if it takes you multiple listens to get through what just happened, because I come from a musical background, the better. That's why I love Dillinger. And if you guys don't know Dillinger Skate Plan, I probably just scared you. But I grew up listening to that. You know that I make beautiful things. I am one of the best bedazzlers in the world, and yet I'm listening to some of the heaviest music because it calms me down. Since we're talking about it, you should know that I once wore these to a metal show.
Nice.
Specifically to go into the mosh pit and test out my glue, right?
That's great.
Smells like metalheads in here. Love it.
Jumping around, having a good old time, and sparkling on my feet, right? It's just like, nobody's seen that probably before in all of metal, that there's a guy in the pit with crystal shoes on right now, sparkling and having a good old time. No way, shape, or form should any of my clients be putting their shoes through that much of stress. Like, no way. Like, you would, maybe you.
No,
maybe
one thing about me is I like going to shows, not as much anymore, but I don't like going in the pit.
It's not a thing.
Too pretty for that. I got too many like piercings and
exactly.
No, that's not for me.
I hear you out.
I really, really love 1970s disco. And I mean, again, I love heavier music, but the older I'm getting, the less I'm listening to it. And it's like anything like 1985 and earlier. I love 70s disco. I really love Billy Joel, Elton John, the Bee Gees, ABBA. Oh my gosh, like I just hit my mic. But anyway, I am that passionate. I love older music so much. And I just think like music's just important in general to me. And like the eras of it. In college, I took a music history course, and like we started from ragtime all the way to Prince, and I knew like every single artist. It was crazy. So, you know, I love old rock and roll. Like I love Queen, and just, you know, I love even from the roots, like Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis. You got like Chuck Berry. I love music, you know, but so if I'm not listening to alternative stuff, I'm listening to the oldies. I love my music, but again, it inspires what I do and just makes you feel a certain way. And when I hear a song, I can picture like a design or, you know, and going back to like the music scene, my clothing brand started as like clothes to put musicians in the local Phoenix scene. Still will like style and dress musicians that I know personally, and I'm trying to just branch out further for like other artists. It's just, you know, this is where I come from.
No, you hold it down in that scene, and you do a really good job.
Thanks.
And thank you again for my shirt. We're all finished, guys. Thank you for joining us. Lorraine, is there anything you wanted to say to the people at home?
Thank you for your time, and thank you for having me. You can follow me. My personal is Lorraine Louise Barker on Instagram, and my brand page is Raine Clothing Co. on Instagram. That'll link you to everything you need to see, articles, info. I have a Spotify playlist even with my clothing brand, as well as my clothing brand's website is all in that link in Instagram. That's kind of where I live.
So that's a wrap, guys. I really enjoyed our conversation. We were bringing up all kinds of ideas and thoughts and memories. So Lorraine, you're awesome. Be safe on the way home, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
See you later. Bye. Good job.
Thank you.
Of course.